Welcome back to the Final Pop. My name is Albin Ramirez.
And I'm Juan Jimenez, and this is our movie review for Mickey 17.
Yes, Mickey 17. We actually call it Mikey these last 4 takes, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yes, Mickey 17.
Now, we've seen this trailer before back in December.
That's right, a couple months ago.
Yeah, so, and it's been, for me, it's at least been in anticipation for sure.
Yeah, for me too, because of the whole plot, right?
Right,
The fact that there's multiples and it's illegal and there's this whole thing going on.
Yeah.
So,
well, the concept of having printable
cloning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Oof.
Because not only is it cloning your body, it's cloning your soul as well.
Exactly.
And
all your memories.
Your personality.
All your characteristics. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I know that the audience in the movie theater, they were laughing.
Yes.
But again, there were points where I wasn't laughing with them.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it me? Or am I broken? Or do I not find this as funny as the audience? So I don't know. It's a weird one for sure. But yeah, I mean, since we're talking about Robert Pattinson, let's go to cast because it was a good
lot of people in this. Yeah. So obviously the big main guy, Robert Pattinson, he plays Mickey, and he has this range, right? He can be a dark, evil guy with a dark, deep voice. And then he can talk like this and be all shy and nerdy. It's such a trip. Yeah. But he does a great job.
You know who he reminded me of? The policeman that had double faces in the Lego movie. Yeah. Find a clip. That's right. Where the head spins?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's like, hello.
Hi, buddy. I'm your friendly neighborhood police officer. Would you like a glass of water?
Yeah, actually.
Too bad.
It also reminds me of the Nightmare on Christmas, the guy that turns around his head too.
That's right.
Yeah. But anyways, going to Mikey 17 now. All right, so the cast. We got Robert. He killed it. What do you think about him?
I think he did pretty good. And, I mean, he's been in several shows. And, the last time we saw him was in The Dark Knight.
That's right.
Where he played this ominous character, right? So I think that kind of helped him portray the... I don't want to say the serious one.
Sure, the serious one, the tougher one.
Yeah.
Sure.
And shout out to when he's playing the softer self too.
That's right.
Because it sounded weird hearing him like that.
A little bit.
Yeah,
and it's not like him.
And it is not like him.
Not at all.
No. But yeah, let's talk about Mark Ruffalo because he plays a weird. Interesting character.
So yes, on our Before the Pop, you had a certain correlation.
That's right.
With our world.
That's right.
Would you like to open those floodgates?
We are not into politics here. This is not a political show, but I think a lot of it did tie into our current political climate, I guess. And you did see it in the beginning.
A little bit, yeah.
You did see it in the beginning, especially, like, if you're going to go see it, you're going to see the resemblance right away. It's the red hats.
Yeah.
It's the red hats. But apparently this senator, was he a senator?
He was a president, or he wanted to run
He
for
wanted
president.
one. Yeah, he wanted, but he lost.
Twice.
Twice. So he wants to go and make his own...
Like planet, basically. He wants to terraform the planet.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. And I do agree with you. There are a lot of similarities for sure. I think one of the biggest ones has to be the, I guess, ignorance of Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Because he just thinks that he's the shit. And he just thinks that he owns everything. Everybody's going to bow down to him, right? And he knows it so well that he just has this puckered lip to it. Like, I do what I want type of vibe to it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he played it very well.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know Mark Ruffalo, so we love him.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he was very easily dislikable.
Very. Yeah. And we do have to talk about the wife, though.
Oh, the wife.
Yes.
The one that basically ran everything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because that's what Mark Ruffalo's there for. He's just like the puppet.
Yeah, pretty much. And she was calling all the shots.
Yeah.
So she probably was the one that wanted to go to another planet.
Yeah.
And, get her sauce. Her secret sauce.
Whatever. Tail sauce.
Her tail sauce. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, again, there is correlation with that too in the political climate, but
sadly.
Unfortunately. But yeah. And you mentioned something yesterday that he sounded a little bit scripted.
Oh.
But that's because if you remember, he had a camera on on him most of the time because he had a talk show, the Tonight Show with
talk show. That's right.
The Tonight Show with I forgot his name.
His name's right here. Kenneth Marshall.
Kenneth Marshall.
Yeah,
that's
so Tonight
right.
Show with Kenneth Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved attention.
Yeah.
And I think everybody talked about that in the movie. He's an attention whore for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another person that I want to talk about is Naomi Ackie. She plays Nasha. And oh my gosh, bro. You got to find yourself a Nasha. Right? Yeah, you do.
That's right. Yeah.
A ride till you die type of girl. And
she was in that smoke chamber with him. Yeah, and we don't see that until like maybe
towards the end.
Yeah.
And that's how much we know. Like, oh, it's like she's a real one.
Yeah.
For that. So.
Because it feels like she's trying to pick one.
Yeah.
It feels like it, but in reality, she's trying to protect both of them.
Exactly.
And it's kind of sad. And that's when we see like, oh, she's been with Mikey in all his variations.
Exactly.
In
all 17
his prints,
versions. Yeah.
But she was a ride and die.
Yeah.
Disregarding who was.
Exactly.
What version of him was printed.
Yeah. So shout out to Nasha. You did a good job as an actor as well.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready for scores?
I think we're ready for scores, guys. Would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay. Did your score change at all?
It did, actually. I had an epiphany.
All right, what is it?
I yesterday just felt like I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
But I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, you know what? Like, there, like we said, there were consistencies in everything. All the characters were pretty good, even though we said that they were a little bit scripted.
Yeah.
But I think that's the point,
right.
Especially with Mark Ruffalo and his wife. They were always under the watch of, the camera and all that stuff. So I understand that part. So I'm just gonna raise it up to just 3 more points.
Oh wow.
To a 78.
78. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
And I do also have to say the CGI for the alien, creepers.
The CGI
that was pretty cool
awesome.
too. Yeah.
I agree. All right. So 78 for you. I think I'm gonna raise my score as well. I think I gave it too low a score yesterday. Like I said on the Before the Pop, I couldn't necessarily find anything negative, and if I did, I think I'm just reaching at that point. It had a lot of great content in this movie, a lot of good characters. I'm gonna bump my score 76.
Okay.
76 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I do have a question. Did you ever find the plot generic? Because I feel like with the tying of, the little political things of it and the unethical things and a little bit of the unethical with Mickey himself, I think that's what I found so interesting about this movie. From a general audience point of view, it's a good movie.
It is.
And I know that there's probably going to be critics that have seen the thousands of movies out there. They're going to say, "Oh, this is just like Aliens." I don't know.
Exactly. No, you're right.
But we're just talking about this movie, and I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah.
I don't think it was basic. I don't think it was generic. I think, yes, maybe the big plot in hand of humans leaving, the world to go somewhere else. Sure, that's been done before. But what this movie has that's different, I think, it has more depths into it. It goes into cloning. It goes into the morals of everything. I think this movie had a lot going for it. I just don't think it was for me. So that's why my score is a 77.
Gotcha.
76.
76.
76, yeah. That is why my score is a 76. So if your score is 78, my score is 76, that means we are going to be meeting at 77 for the Final Pop score of Mickey 17.
That's right. Are you happy with that?
I don't know. I do feel like it's still low, but I'm going to leave that score for now.
Yeah. That's the Final Pop score.
Yes.
We'll see what general audience say in a few days.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. I think that's a good score then.
Yeah, it's a decent score. I do think it needs to go higher. Maybe we're just comparing it to other movies.
Yeah.
And one of the movies is actually the one that comes a week after it, Novocaine.
Yeah.
And we've seen that one already.
Yes.
And that one wasn't even labeled as a comedy.
And we left so much.
And it
on
was
that
a
one.
lot more funnier. It's a weird one. I don't know.
We'll see which movies.
Right.
How these movies compete. But
sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go to our website at thefinalpop.com where you can review Mikey 17 as well.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at thefinalpop.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and as always,
Stay entertained.